How you all doing, guys? Brandon here. Welcome to Retro Dodo. This is going to be a news video today, so nothing serious, no sick editing, and no products really reviewed. So sit back, relax. It's going to be short and sweet today, and I want to share with you my opinions on whether or not you should buy the Game Gear Micro. And if you haven't heard the announcement from SEGA, they have basically revealed a miniature version of the Game Gear in 4 different color variants that come pre-installed with 4 games, and each one comes in at $50. Now, is that expensive? Yes. Has Sega marketed this product correctly? No. Will I be picking one up? Yes. Should they have revealed this product? Probably not. I don't really know who it's aimed at. I will be buying them for review purposes, but they're so expensive and so itty bitty that you're not going to get really decent gameplay experience out of it. And if you want to get all 4, that's $200. So let's take a look at some of the specs. It's $50, you get 4 games. Pre-orders are open in a couple of weeks, and you will get your product towards the end of October. So they will be coming out towards the end of the year. Specs wise, it has a 1.1 inch screen, and don't forget the 0.1 inch. Every centimeter counts, am I right, fellas? Yeah. So it is incredibly small. Like, in terms of size wise, if you haven't seen, this is the Funky S. This is a itty bitty Game Boy Advance SP, and if you turn it horizontal, it's probably going to be the same size as that with a 1.1 inch screen. We've had the Game Boy Color Mini, we've had the Game Boy Advance SP Mini, and now we have the Game Gear Micro. So each game or each product comes with 4 different games. Now the games I think are pretty good. For example, the black one comes out with Outrun, Puyo Puyo 2, Royal Stone, and Sonic the Hedgehog. The blue edition comes out with Baku Baku Animal, Seikai Senshuken, Gunstar Heroes, Sonic and Tails, and Sylvan Tale. The yellow comes out with Natsu Puyo, Shining Force 2, and Shining Force Final Conflict. And then finally, red comes out with Columns, the Shinobi, Megami Tensei Gaiden Last Bible, Tensei Gaiden Last Bible Special. So, you know, in my personal opinion, probably some of the best games you could probably get for the Game Gear, so they've picked well there. Are they worth $50? Absolutely not. What they should have done, right, is they should have made a handheld for $79 that comes pre-installed with 15 games, and it's much bigger, perhaps the same size as this one here, you know? $79, 15 games. I really think people would have enjoyed that, or even gone down the Evercade route where they release the handheld and then come out with new cartridges for that device, and they could have even teamed up with new developers, etc. But this is basically, in my opinion, a cash cow. I don't know whether or not this is going to come to the US. Only their Japanese side of Sega has advertised this, so I have no idea if it's going to be available for us Western folk. Who is it aimed at? In my personal opinion, it's aimed at collectors who want to collect anything Sega, and those of you that are in love with the Game Gear, including me. I think you'll have some fun out of this for the span of probably about 6.5 minutes. So if you want 6.5 minutes of enjoyment for $50, you know, you're probably worth picking one up. But in my personal opinion, I think people are going to buy it just to collect it and never play it. We will be getting all 4 in for review, and if you do buy all 4, you do get a special item called the Sega Big Window. I don't know if you remember this accessory back in the day. It exists, and it's basically a magnifying glass for your Game Gear, and they're using this as a promo for anyone that buys all 4 in the future. Why they have needed to add this accessory? For obvious reasons, to expand the screen, but in my personal opinion, the screen is way too small. An inch, that is, it's like you're not going to be able to see much text. That's why they've picked some games specifically that don't have text. Smart move by Sega. But in terms of gameplay, it's not going to be enjoyable. It's going to be like the Pocket Sprite, you know, really, really cool to buy. It gets a bit of marketing, and then it's utter shit, and it goes in your wardrobe for about 4 years. So this is going to be that. So should you buy it? No. But if you're a collector and you really, really do love the Sega Game Gear, then yes. But in my personal opinion, it's going to be something that people buy. It's going to be quite limited, and then they're going to flip it in 10 years. That's what I think is going to happen. Nobody's going to actually play these things. Nobody's going to actually really enjoy it. It's going to get a bit of press and a bit of marketing through people on Instagram for the first week or two, and then you're never going to hear about it again. So there you have it. It runs on 2 AAA batteries, I think, and it does come with a micro USB slot for you to charge it. But if you want to buy that, or you want the micro USB charging capabilities, you have to buy it separately. That's right. For that whole $50 budget, you do not get a micro USB cable that Sega could probably get for 50 cents. No joke. So I don't know how they're going to package this. If they can't fit a micro USB cable in, the package is going to be incy wincy. So let me know in the comments below. I really do think they should have came out with a bigger handheld for $60, $70. Came with 15 preloaded games and a handheld or a Game Gear that you can actually use, play, and enjoy. But instead, they've came out with, you know, basically $50 keychains. You know, and if you look at the Funky S, these guys are selling that for $10 more, and you can add in all of your ROMs. You can play all of your Game Gear games, all of your Mega Drive games on here using an emulator for $10 more. So that's my personal opinions on whether or not you should buy it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want even more information, there is a written article below. And if you want to see a video review, definitely hit subscribe because we will be getting hold of those in October. As per usual, thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Peace.